Hello. Welcome. Where am I? Here I am. Welcome, guys. It's Andy, Moonbase 2. I need to change my GIF. Obviously, we're in pre-show, as is the way of things. That's the way we do it. So you're gonna have to just accept how it goes. Talking about news this week. It's a newsy kind of week. Hopefully, well, I've already looked at the news. The news is fine. It's fine. It's nothing like great, you know. It's okay. There we go. There we go. Starscream doing his little walk. That'll keep you happy. Yeah, but there's not a huge amount of super good news. I'm a little bit disappointed with New York Comic Con, if I'm to be honest with you, shit. But we'll get into it, I suppose. I'm just doing a quick look. Actually, that's a good idea. I should double check now before I start the show. See if Show Z has got any things that they've put up that have not been reported on to yet. Oh, they have. Oh, okay. Well, talk about those things, I suppose. What is that? No, that's Poor Rangers. What is that? Oh, that's a new DNA kit. Okay. There's a few things. There's a few things TF Wobble you haven't actually added to their things yet, so we can do them too. Okay, let's actually get it on screen because we'll need it. There it is. Yay. Okay. Right. I don't have anything else to do, I don't think. Where's my music? There's my music. Right. Let's get cracking with the knacking and get into the show. Okay, music time.
Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Welcome to Moonbase 2 podcast. My name is Andy, Decayed Andy. It is the news week for the week for this time. We're going to be talking about things like third-party stuff, Wonderfest, New York Comic Con, and hopefully you're going to have a good time listening to me waffle on and talk about stuff, I hope. How is everybody doing? Hope you've all had a good week today. The previous 6-7 days since you've last heard me. Hope it's all been going well in your world. Maybe you've even bought some Transformers. Maybe you haven't. Who knows what the tides of fate have done for you. But we'll be starting off the show with third-party stuff, as is the way of things. And Kang Toys has shown more images of the TA- this one is specifically the TA- Hilo? Hylo? Hilo? Wilo? That guy. The Brontosolid, an interesting name. But this is going to be their sludge figure. So let me read the blurb here. This is obviously going to be part of their masterpiece. This is the masterpiece scale because they think they've done like a legend scale version of things as well. So this one specifically that's been shown off is the masterpiece scale version for the Dinobots for the Volcanicus figure. This figure retains the highly stylized design of the original figure that came out. The original Longyang 04 Bronto Solid. Which was I guess a while ago we saw that one. Which one was that one? It was... Oh no, it was this one. That's the Bronto Solid. Is the Bronto Solid the smaller one? I don't know. It's too confusing. Anyway, it doesn't matter, I suppose. Now now in a smaller size. So is this a smaller one? This is a new Chug style rendition of right. So this one's the small one, and the previous time we saw this figure, it was the big masterpiece scale one. Okay, I messed up there. My bad. I just had to read. Who knew that was such a hard task? Well, if you've listened to the show long enough, you figure out the rest. We have images of the robot mode, the Dinobot mode, and the combined mode, and comparisons with the masterpiece scale version of this figure. We are sure that the rest of the Dinobots will be revealed soon. Well, obviously, but it'll just be this small version. So let's have a look at him. Does he look bad for being miniaturized or shrunken down? Well, so far he looks pretty good. It's an interesting gold color. It's kind of a washed out kind of gold. Antique gold, is that what they call it? Not like a big poppy gold that you'd have for like jewelry or something like that. It's much more I guess a pale gold, if that gives you an idea. That's right. I remember the head and the tail are on the shoulders. The neck and the tail are on shoulders, so you can form a big ring if you want above his head. Got lots of stuff. Looks very posable. Got all the weapons, his gigantic swords. And the Brachiosaurus mode looks like it's still going to be pretty articulated. Like the neck's got all ball joints in and all that jazz. I don't know about the bat shield. I mean, this is probably an issue that the original one had as well, because it looks like it has a little bit of a chicken head. Like it looks like it's got a beak. You know, look at it. It looks like it. I don't know if that's a Brachiosaurus that they're going for. Maybe that's just what Brachiosaurus look like now. Who knows? Who knows if they've ruined them anymore? They've also got shots of him with the soup figure and the who's that meant to be? Snarl. I guess that's Snarl. Sludge and Snarl. Yeah. Oh, there's the big one. Okay. So the differences between the big one and this new one are his forearms are way smaller. They're like more in proportion to what you think a robot should have, while the Masterpiece ones have gigantic forearms. So that's kind of interesting. That it looks like proportionally he's a little bit better than the original figure. Well, at least I think so, I suppose. Does it show much else? No, it's just more highlights of how cool the figure is and look, he can do the thing. I think that's about it. They say they show him in combined mode. They don't. They just show him in foot mode without the foot. So he's just a shin. So it's not desperately exciting. He's like, oh, he's a shin. What do you think of him? It's like, yeah, well, you know, he's a folded up. It's like when people show you those cube robots and they show, oh, what do you think of the alt mode? It's like, well, it's a cube. It's like, yep. What do you think of it? It's like, yep, it's a cube. It's like, okay, there you go. So, smaller version of the figure. Like I say, I think at least the forearms, unless there's like extra weapons for the big version, look a little bit better on this new version, to be honest. I'm not sure about anything else. I don't know. Because you only have the one shot of him with the Masterpiece scaled one, so it's hard to know if there's a huge amount of differences here, but they look fairly comparable at the very least. So if you've gotten both for one and you're like, I want it but small, well, there's a small one. It's not significantly smaller either. It's maybe like, I'm just eyeballing it here, like an inch smaller, maybe less than that. So a little bit smaller, not massively. If you are worried about that. Dr. Wu, speaking of small figures, have shown off the DW-ES 10 artillery and the DW-ES11 airburst. So as far as I'm aware, this is the first time Dr. Wu has done a Micromaster scaled Micromaster. And I'll explain that because I think that sounds stupid the way I said it. Let me reiterate. Usually when we've seen Dr. Wu do these Micromaster scaled figures, it's always been like Optimus Prime or Skids or, you know, G1 Cast, Soundwave, Shockwave, etc., etc. You know, those guys. So, like I say, I don't know if they've done any of the actual Micromasters until now. These are both Flak and Sunrunner from the Autobot military team. Was it called military? Or was it called something else? It was that team. It was the Autobot military team. It's the one that is the tank-treaded missile launcher dude. That's Flak. And Sunrunner is the tan plane. I don't know what kind of plane, but it's got two wings, so you know who I mean. So like I say, we've only got the one image here, and it is them in their prototype CGI form. So it's hard to really get a good grasp of how these will look in reality. But at least from these renders, they're going to have knee joints. They're clearly going to have elbow joints, which is nice, ball joints here and there. My concern, I suppose, is, or the thing that I hope is going to be the case, which might not turn up on at least these renders, is I hope these things will peg in for their vehicle modes. For instance, when I look at Sunrunner in his robot mode, the original figure, obviously, all he did was he did a double elbow joint effectively move upwards, so like his fist would go to where his shoulders are, and that's all you do for the transformation for the arm side of things. And that's clearly what you do here, but I'd like them to be able to peg in. So I want the forearms to be effectively to be able to peg into the shoulders, just so they're nice and secure, so over time and whatnot, they're not going to droop or fall off or well, maybe not fall off, but you know what I mean. They're not going to drop down. That's what I'd like to see. It looks like if you look at the bottom of the forearm, just above the fist, there is like a peg-like shape there. So it looks like maybe that's a thing that will happen that I don't need to worry about. But again, there are other parts that I hope peg in as well, like the bicep, since that's going to be the turbine for the wing, and obviously it's going to have the wing kind of flop out to the side of it. I hope that they again peg into the side of the robot mode. So again, when you're picking up the figure, you're not like messing up the structure of the wing or something like that. But I think that for me, this is a good sign because it's the most interested I've been in the Doctor Wu stuff for a while. I have seen Doctor Wu stuff, Micromasters, and I've been like, oh, they look kind of nice. But I don't really want a small version of Optimus Prime, etc., etc. And now doing the Micromasters, the actual Micromasters, I'm like, okay. And doing the military team, the Autobot military team, yeah, that's a solid choice. It doesn't look like they're going to be doing anything crazy with the transformation. It looks like it's going to be as basic as they were. For Flak, you flip the front of the tank mode up above his head. You effectively just straighten his arms down, peg him to his side, and then you peg his legs together and flip them up behind his back, and that's him done. But that's okay. That's all you need, really, I suppose, isn't it? So I'll be interested to see this continue. Hopefully they'll do more Micromasters. Will they do Micromaster bases in the future? I don't know if that's a guarantee, but it would be nice to see. So you get like Grease Pit, and it would also like you do. Oh god, what was that team called? The Autobot team that had Grease Pit's Decepticon Autobot counterpart in. You had that team. It was a blue monster truck, a red camper van, a grey 4x4. Who was the last one of that set? Was that the lorry? The orange lorry? I think that was the case. You have those guys and you go, okay, well, we take the lorry and we can repaint him into Ironworks, and we just need to make a new base for him. We can take the monster truck dude and repaint him and make him into Grease Pit and give him the base as well. And the other two didn't get repaints, but you know what I mean. Now, could they just go and get those two, recolor them, and just put them out? Yes. I'd like them not to do it. And this is obviously into the future. We haven't even got to the point where these figures are out. But, something to think about at the very least. So that's cool. I look forward to seeing these. If you didn't know, these will be 5.5 centimeter tall robots. So they're small, the Micromaster scale. So that's it. And then we can go over to Show Z, because Show Z have some other stuff as well. It looks like the pre-orders up for the translucent version of Dr. Wu's Soundwave and Blaster, and there's also Twin Cast and Sound Blaster as well. So they've got those guys at least on the pre-order. The Twin Cast face, I guess the mold for Blaster looks a little bit weird, to be honest, but these look okay. But again, they're a little bit on the small side. So again, hopefully the Micromasters will kind of work better at that scale. What's this? Toy Easy Metal Soul Series Titan. I don't know what that is. Is it a Transformer thing? It kind of... Right. Okay, so what Toys Easy YW2412B. Very easy to remember. Metal Souls Series Titan. I don't think is meant to be a Megatron, but definitely has, let's say, Megatron vibes going on. He's in a gray color scheme. His tank cannon becomes a fusion cannon in the same position that Megatron's would have. It reminds me a little bit visually, not completely, a little bit visually of Transformers 1 Megatron. It looks a little bit like that, but with a very different head design. So I don't know if this was meant to be that, but this actually looks kind of okay. Comes with a few blast effects. There's a big kaboom. There is an orange, I guess, streak kaboom, and then like a little gun pew pew as well. And I don't know what this is. Is that a stand? That might be a stand. This looks okay. Looks interesting. I hadn't seen it, so I thought, oh well, we'll have a quick look at that. There's also, did I talk about this? The DN. No, we must have talked about this ages ago, right? Yeah, DNA upgrade kit for Megatron, but it's an old one, so maybe it's just a re-release. The main thing, I suppose, is that, do you remember last time we talked about the New Age toy that is going to be the centerpiece for their version of Volcanicus? Well, we have four repaints of this guy. So let's open those up when my mouse decides to work. I have bought a new mouse. I just haven't plugged it in because I'm stupid. So my mouse double clicks. What the fuck? Or it just doesn't work. Yeah, my back button sometimes just double clicks. So it goes, oh, you want to be here, don't you? It's like, no, I don't. And that one, and then this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have the H72C, which is the comic version. We have the H72EX Typhoon, which is the toy colors. There's an odd thing to say because it never had an original toy, but I guess it's trying to blend in with the rest. There's the H72B, the Shattered Glass version. So he's kind of rocking the most generic Shattered Glass look, which is black, purple, and teal. Very easy, very lazy, but I guess we'll talk about that in a moment. And then the H72V, which is the G2 color version, which again, he's never had G2 version, but okay, let's have a look at the Comeco version. So, unsurprisingly, he is in a kind of metallic-y saturated look to go along with the rest of the Dinobots who are in the same color scheme. So it's a light metallic-y blue. Look at the... Man, they've painted his groin region red, and it looks like he's wearing a big nappy. I can't unsee giant nappy, especially with the pose they've gotten him, where he's thrusting his big nappy sack forward. It looks kind of weird. He has a metallic silver for the paint job, and then also a kind of a more richer gold, a rich gold on him as well. And he looks okay, blends in well with Volcanicus. They gave us a back shot of Volcanicus. Oh, they gave the front shot too. It also comes with a crown for Volcanicus. Is that in the standard version of Volcanicus? Probably. I'm just being stupid, I think. But yeah, if you've got that, it'll blend in with those. If you don't, it's probably not going to blend in, desperately well. Hang on, yeah. Does this Volcanicus have a crown? And the other one doesn't. Oh, well, that one's just gone new. Okay, hang on. Does this one have a crown? Tell me. No, that one's gone new head too. Okay, well, that's no good. What about this one? Does this one have a crown? Has this one got a new head as well? Oh, no, okay. Right, so the comic version of Volcanicus has I guess, a Grimlock-ish styled head, but with a Grimlock crown. Forgive me, I don't remember if the original version of Volcanicus for New Age toys has a crown. I don't think it does, so this is unique to him. Welcome, Rodimus Power Toy Collector. Hi there, and greetings from Germany. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. I hope it's not too late in German world. Hope it's okay. This is okay. I'm not thrilled by this one specifically, but it was never going to be. The toy-colored version, he's done in gray and charcoaly black, and then a chromed gold. So he's meant to fit in along with the toy version of Grimlock. I don't know why they've got a picture of the Grimlock here, but they do. So he comes with I apologize, chat. I'm retarded. So what this one comes with is he comes with Volcanicus sword, he comes with Volcanicus hammer, comes with Volcanicus shield. He comes with the thing here, this thing. I don't know what this is. But he comes with that for Volcanicus. He comes with the Volcanicus hands. I assume there's 2 of them. And he comes with another part, which I'm not sure. He also comes with a Grimlock head. So if you have the original version of the toy-colored version of Grimlock, This is a new head for that, I guess, to make it look more like the toy version. So that's kind of fun. And then he comes with a completely new head sculpt for Volcanicus as well, which is more, how would you describe it? It's got horns on the side of its head. It's got no nose. Looks like a very old styled mecha design in some aspects. Almost like a Viking Transformer look. Like when I say horns, I mean those kind of horns that a Viking helmet would have. But they're a bit more flat, I suppose. It's an interesting look. Let's see how it looks combined. Oh, he also has translucent clear charcoal-y plastic, because, you know, the toy version. Volcanic. Actually, that looks pretty good. The kind of dark grays and the charcoal and the black and the chromatic gold, the vacuum chrome gold work nicely in the new head. Again, I think looks pretty interesting. Should Volcanicus still be a thing? No, not in my eyes. But yeah, this looks kind of cool. I'm kind of down with this. It's nice and cohesive and works. Maybe a little bit dull, but you know, yeah, it's cool. And the fact that you get a new head for your Grumlock, yeah, that's not too bad, right? Ah, okay. Then we have the Shattered Glass version, where, like I mentioned before, he's in the black, the kind of bluey purple, and the teal color, and then a metallic purple as well, again, to fit with the rest of them. How well does he fit? Okay, so partially. I'd say he partially works here, and I'll explain why. So, Sludge and Swoop are interesting colors, while Snarl and Slag and I guess Grimlock and I guess this guy as well are teal, gray, and purple, and that's their colors. While Sludge is kind of a lime green, a brown, a kind of tan brown color as well, and a gold. Again, very, very different from the other three. And then Swoop is, what would you call that? Like a dark greeny blue, something like that. He's got red on him and kind of an orangey goldy kind of plastic as well. So again, different from the other three. So it feels like if you're gonna do that kind of thing, I feel you gotta either make all of them different to make it a thing, or have two one color, two another color, not like have one color, one another color, and then three cohesive similar color schemes. You know what I mean? It looks a bit weird, and it's a shame because there is a new head here for the Volcanicus figure, and I really like it. I don't know how I would describe it. How would you describe that head? How would I describe that head? I don't know. No, I do. It reminds me a little bit of the Wolf Knight Power Ranger guy from Mystic Force, whatever that guy was called. It reminds me a little bit of that. The actual face, not the actual like the helmet design for it, but the face of it kind of reminds me of that. This one also comes with a new head for the Grimlock toy. I guess to make it, well, it's obviously to make it different. I don't know, like if that's how Grimlock's head looks in Shattered Glass. Let's say maybe does ? But it's different at the very least, so that's good. So again, you're getting something kind of cool and interesting here. I'm going to make the assumption, because we didn't look at the other one. Sorry, we didn't look at the comic one too hard. I'm going to assume that one comes with a crowned Grimlock head. I could check, but unless it's here... Oh, it is here. Okay, we'll have a quick check. We'll check to see if the comic one did have a new head for Grimlock. It doesn't. This one doesn't come with a new head for Grimlock. Another reason why the comic one's shit. Yeah, how about them apples? Hello, Mr. White. Mr. White says the colors feel a bit mismatched, like budget brand toys. I kind of agree. Like I say, Mr. White, I think if they'd gone different colors for each of them, that's fine. If they'd had two one color, two another color, and the two in the center another color, that would have also worked. But like I say, like four figures having the same color scheme and then the other two not is just weird. So the last one is the G2 version. So let's have a look at the G2 version. He is a gray. You might remember this. He's gray. He's gold, chromatic gold, vacuum chrome gold. Black. He's using the Snarl maroon red a bit, and then he's got a bit blue on him as well. How's that look in dinosaur mode? They don't have the image there. And then there. Do they have dinosaur mode? So dinosaur mode, again, is a little bit... Again, I think there's too many colors. I think what they should have done here is they should have gone with either the maroon or they should have gone with the blue. But I'm sure there's a reason for it, and we might see that when I look at the Volcanicus. But the blue is only on the underside of the dinosaur neck, and then a little bit like inside. You can see a little bit internally. There's a little bit blue popping through. And the maroon is just on the, let's say shell, in big quotations, because it's kind of meant to be an ankylosaurus, so it's kind of a... I don't know if it's technically a shell, but let's say the shell. Only the back of the shell is that maroon color, and then the rest of it's gold. So again, it feels a little bit all over the place with its color scheme. And despite what you say, G2 isn't everywhere with its colors, right? Especially when you're looking at the Dinobots. You know, you look at Snarl, he's primarily the maroon color. You look at Grimlock, he's the blue color. Etc. etc. Snarl, he's the green color, you know, that kind of thing. Simon Tang says, "Hi, Andy from Canada Land. Welcome, Canadalandian. I hope you're doing well today." So, oh, this one doesn't come with a new head for Grimlock either. Oh, shame. But how does it do as Volcanicus? Well, okay. So the reason that the neck has a random bit of blue on it is because it is one of the arms. I didn't know that. And that arm is blue on the top and then black on the bottom. I don't see why you couldn't have had that just all blue. Is there a reason why that couldn't have all been blue? I don't think so. Like maybe because in robot mode, the whole like dinosaur head and neck assembly kind of just hangs off the bum. And his bottom is black. Maybe coloring the back of the neck black is to maybe attempt to try and kind of, you know, visually blend it into his bottom. So it's not quite as noticeable that he's got a dinosaur head hanging off of his back. Maybe that's the reason. But personally, I think I would have preferred it more if that was all blue. And then for the combined mode, obviously all of his forearm would have been blue at that point, and I think that would have still looked okay. I don't think that would have been a big mismatch. But in terms of a kind of weird color scheme, this is definitely a G2 color scheme. This is doing what I think the Shattered Glass version should have done. Each of them are a different color, so you have a maroon leg. Now, granted, the next leg is red, but it's a bright red. So I guess there's a bit of synergy there as well as them being different. It's just that's one shade of red, maroon, then there's another shade of red, and you go, okay, well that kind of works. And then his shoulders, his arms are dark Christmas green, and then a limey kind of brighter apple green. Oh yeah, an apple green. I'll go with that. An apple green, a Granny Smith's apple green. So again, I guess there's synergy there as well, right? Because he's got the red legs, but the different colors, and he's got the green arms, but the different colors, and then his torso is blue. Which kind of matches up with a bit more of the arm and the Grimlock head coming through. So I think this one works better than the Shattered Glass one visually, even though it is, again, a bit all over the place. And again, it's got the cool Viking helmet. So it's not a new helmet design. It is pinching the helmet design from the Shattered Glass version. So I guess the biggest negative is this one, as I mentioned, doesn't come with the new head for Grimlock, which is, a bit of a shame. Maybe could have thrown in the toy design head from the toy colored version, and just, well, you could have just didn't even have to recolor it. It's just a black head that Grimlock has, so you could have swapped that around. Never mind, not a big deal, but yeah, interesting to see at the very least. Let's head back to, I don't need that. Let's head back to the main page of what's coming out and see if there is anything else out or coming out that TFW might have missed. I don't think so. They've got pre-order up for 01 Studios Cell Unicron, which I feel like, is this not the figure that Studio One has already done? Let's check. Studio One. Yeah, Studio One have already done a Unicron. So this one is the Studio 01 S01G Cell Unicron. While the previous Unicron, let's just take one, is the is the O1 SO1F cell Unicron. So this one's the G. I don't know what the G will equate to. Because we've had we've had like 3 versions of Toy Unicron, it seems. And then we've had Black Unicron from Energon. What other version of Energon are you gonna do? Like the comic version of him? I mean, maybe, but he's gonna come, and they used a silhouette, so I guess they're doing something different. Otherwise, they would have just shown here. Here's the cartoon version of him again. So that's kind of weird. So back to normal news. The world of Transformers. Blockies has shown a full reveal for the Transformers Defender version Wave 5. Traitor to Tyranny. Is that what the wave called? Traitor to Tyranny? That'll probably make sense when I read who's in here. So, as usual, these are 5.5 centimeter tall chibi-style figures with 14 points of articulation, blind boxed. This new wave consists of 8 robots, 4 vehicles, and 4 chase figures. Oh, so... that's quite a few chase figures. I hope you can get them all if you're after them. Robot-wise, we have a Sideswipe, a Sunstreaker, a Galvatron, a Jetfire, a Cyclonus, a Viewfinder, a Shattered Glass Soundwave, and a Brilliant Optimus Prime, which means he's translucent plastic. And that's not a chase figure? That's interesting. Vehicle-wise, we have a Jetfire, an Onslaught, a Swindle, a Roller, and Optimus Prime trailer. And the chase figures are a Shattered Glass Jetfire, okay. Special Armor Jetfire. We are going heavy into Jetfire for this wave. A Special Metallic Galvatron and Armor Galvatron. I don't know what the Armor Galvatron is, but let's have a look at these figures. Sideswipe and Sunstreaker. Yep, that's them. Oh, okay. So, yeah, the armored version of Skyfire, he just has the battle mask, it seems. Unless that's a different one. Galvatron there. What's the armored Galvatron? Shattered Glass. Viewfinder looks okay. I mean, if you're into these, you're probably already getting them, guaranteed. Because if you're in deep at this point, you're probably going to go all the way in deep. I don't know why they're putting a translucent one as a standard figure, though. Seems like an odd choice. I guess, like because you're getting Roller and a trailer, they were like, well, we have to have an Optimus Prime go with these, I suppose. Okay, so the Special Armored Galvatron is Galvatron with a few extra details on his legs and chest. Is that a new head as well? No, not even the details are new. So I guess the only new thing about the Galvatron, the chase version, is he comes with a blast effect and a sword. And a maybe like a swoosh on the floor effect, like a wind flop. I can't actually. I'm not really 100% sure what the main difference is. What the main difference is here. Obviously, it'll be easy to tell when you get it in person, and it might be more exciting, I suppose. But yeah, it's fine. Like, is that the armored one? Or is that the normal one? I don't know. Either way, I hope you enjoy the line when you get it. Blockies is going crazy at the moment. I heard that Blockies is going to be moving into Pokemon as well, which, if you're a Pokemon fan and you're a Transformers fan, well, yeah, I don't see why you're not going to get into that, because if you're into Blockies at the moment, you're probably just going to go, well, I like Pokemon as well. Fuck it, let's just go in. Let's burn the money, baby. So Wonderfest happened as well at the start of the month. The Wonderfest Shanghai, to be specific. And YOLO Park was showing off some of their stuff. So they had the AMK Pro Series stuff. They showed off a Dark of the Moon Sentinel Prime, which was the grey prototype, which was new. I guess the other ones are not new reveals, but we'll go through them. There's the 07 Jazz, the 07 Optimus Prime, the 07 Einheit, the 07 Jazz again. Yeah, it says Jazz twice, unless that's a misprint. There's the Dark of the Moon Megatron, Rise of the Beast RC, and a G1 Bumblebee. And continuing with the AMK Pro stuff, there's Transformers 1 Optimus Prime and Megatron Final Form. There's the Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime, the Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. which maybe it'll make sense when I look at the photos. The Bumblebee movie, Cybertronian Bumblebee, the Bumblebee movie Shockwave, the Bumblebee movie Blitzwing, and IDW Optimus Prime and Tarn. And finally, the IIES Transformers '07 Optimus Prime, which is a 60 centimeter tall high-end action figure, which is a gray prototype. So that's a Sentinel Prime figure from Dark of the Moon. He sure looks old. The RC figure, you can just about see some extra hands below her feet. That's quite nice because it's a painted version of her. So we've got like clearly nice glossy plastic or paint that's been used on this figure, so it looks very shiny. The Bumblebee and Spike figure, the G1 versions of them. Big Cowman Ironhide from '07. There's the Jazz. Is Jazz finished? Is that an uncolored? I think that's uncolored prototype. Because he's not bright silver, so I'm gonna assume that. Uncolored Prime looks a bit weird proportionally, but maybe that's just Prime's model. I'm guessing some of the dupes here are like different scaled versions of them. I'm gonna guess, right? Because I mean, there's an Optimus Prime here on the left, then an Optimus Prime here in the center, and to me they look like they're the same, but maybe they're different. They all blend together. Anything else really interesting to talk about here? Not really, because they're all in gray prototypes. Are you going to show the Tarn? Because I saw the front of Tarn. Show me the Tarn. They don't show the Tarn figure, weirdly enough. You get a maybe because we've seen it before, but we get a glimpse of the cannon, so I'm going to assume we've seen this before. Wonderfest also showed off the Audley, if that's what we call them, the AMG G1 Optimus Prime. There's a colored prototype of two versions of their fully articulated 35 centimeter tall figure, a standard and limited clear version. Oh goody, clear versions. And then there's the AAE, and then big slash, which stands for Alpha Action Elite G1 and IDW action figures. These are fully posable action figures of about 13 centimeters to 5.5, so we're getting into the blocky scale here, tall figures. We have a first look at Grimlock, Robot and Dinosaur Mode, Power Master Optimus Prime, Ultra Magnus, Ironhide, Shockwave, Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus, Starscream, IDW Cyclonus, and IDW Drift, and Tailgate as well. So let's have a look at these. I can't remember if we've talked about these, because at some point a lot of this stuff kind of blends together. I'm going to guess the Grimlock and the Power Master Optimus Prime are new. They look pretty good for like action figures, which again, like I say, are 5 to 11 centimeters tall. I'm guessing these are more 11 centimeter tall range kind of things. So they look like you kind of more standard action figure-y kind of dudes. The Grimlock's really big and chunky, like in Dinosaur Mode. Very, very big and chunky. Who are the small ones? They've got two small ones on the desk, but I can't really tell who they are. One looks like... Oh, that'd be Tailgate. I'm stupid. Okay, that'll be Tailgate, I think. The Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus has the weird face, the freaky evil face, if you wondered. I just noticed that, so that's cool. It's nice that that's there. We've got the Cyclonus from IDW with his cool ninja samurai sword, as you do. And Drift, looking very hippie, as in like he's got an hourglass shape to him. This is definitely IDW Drift from More Than Meets the Eye, rather than when Drift first came into the comics or anything like that. Yeah, very hippie. And there's Tailgate. There's a very, again, hourglass shaped figure Tailgate as well. Were all of like James Roberts' More Than Meets the Eye designs like super hourglass shapes? I can't remember offhand. It's been a while. Mr. White says a Drift that's been practicing his horse stance. Does that give you like a plump ass and a thin waist though? And then gigantic shoulders? Maybe. I don't know. Horse stance sucks though. I don't like horse stance. But that's all of those things from Wonderfest. Oh no, there's another thing. Wonderfest show off the Way Studios. I have no idea what that means or who is Way Studios? Way Studios. Way Studios, bringing your favorite characters to life. Crafting quality collectibles. That's your blurb. So they've done stuff like Power Rangers. They've done Tekka Man. Lots of Power Rangers. Pacific Rim. And even the bad Pacific Rim. Because the Strike Eureka's from the bad Pacific Rim movie. And I guess Transformers as well. So it looks like they specialize in mecha robo stuff. They show off a Transformers Beast Hunters Optimus Prime, which is a great prototype. It's a statue. Oh, these are statues. They're all statues. Okay, and then there's Optimus Prime movable statue. These look like small scales. If only I could speak. Like small scale statues with limited articulation. We have Optimus Prime designs from different universes, such as IDW, G1, Transformers Prime, Shattered Glass, Beast Hunters, Skybound with the Megatron arm, and IDW Nemesis Prime. There's also a Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime battle platform, and a Dark of the Moon MS series Optimus Prime, which is the semi-posable stuff. Statue as well. So, statues, not really my thing. I'm not much of a statue kind of guy, but it's nice to see a Beast Hunters Prime high quality, like high end, drop your dick on the table, big expensive statue kind of thing. That's kind of nice to see. We have the blob of other Optimus Primes as well, which again look fine. That's a lot of Optimus Primes, man. Is it one of those things that they're just pumping out a load of primes? So if you get one, you're like, I have to get all of them. The big Dark of the Moon ring is pretty massive, actually. And it is clearly meant to be like an accessory. So if you already have the Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime, and you're like, well, I may as well buy his gigantic ring, truck, trailer, weapon rack thingy, I suppose. But I imagine that's a fairly expensive way to go as well. Mr. White says, apologies, I passed the Hasbro booth at the licensing show at XL London, but was unable to enter the event. Oh, why were you not able to go in? Did they look at you and said, oh, you're a bit of a shifty lad, Mr. White, can't let you in here? Shenarf. Is that what it was like? Because, New York Comic Con's had a thing. I didn't know that when was the XL London thing? Was that a recent thing? I can't imagine, licensing shows are desperately interesting. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh my god, there's another Wonderfest thing. I completely forgot. Okay, so Wonderfest also showed off Flame Toys stuff. New Transformers model kits. So, it says there are 2 new ones, and then it's listed a load of other ones, so I assume the other ones are new. But the new ones are the Kurakari Kiri Shattered Glass Long Arm. It just says Long Arm. And then Shattered Glass Optimus Prime. The other ones are these are the model kits. Model kits still. Talking is hard today. We have Big Convoy, Black Arachnia. Then those are the model kits. Then Kurakara Kiri, Starscream, and IDW Cyclonus. Back to the models, there's Diatlas, and then to Furai Action, which I think are the smaller versions of the Kurakara Kiri stuff, I think. We've got Galva Convoy. We have Beast Megatron. And then I don't know why they didn't organize these so the models were all next to each other. Then the models are Megatron, or G1, Optimus Prime, animated version, Bludgeon, and Banzaitron. So some of these are in color prototypes as well. The Big Convoy looks kind of like Big Convoy, but a bit stylized. I mean, like all the Flame Toy stuff, it's a bit more stylized. Specifically, I look at his chest boob, and it looks a little bit off to me. Because when I think of Big Convoy, like the shape of his boob window chest is a bit more like a pill, right? So it's one of the long cylindrical pills kind of shapes. This one's a lot more like Optimus Primal's boob design. So it's like what do you call that shape? A slightly misdone hexagon, 5-sided thing, hexagon maybe. So it again looks a little bit odd that they don't have the chest quite right. The head's horns look again a little bit on the weird side, but again, Flame Toys do stylized versions of figures, so that's that. Black Arachnia, we've seen that before. The sexy version of Black Arachnia, which some people I'm sure will hate and some people will love. Starscream is the colored version of him now, with his crown and material cape. And I always appreciate when they do a cape and it's not fucking hard plastic. Hasbro, you've done this a few times with some figures. You should be doing this with all of your figures. If one figure can have a material cape, all of them should then be having material capes. The Die Atlas is looking a little bit on the floppy side. His wings seem to have dropped down, and his shoulders also look a little bit slumped as well, but, he's a prototype. Cyclone is looking nice and spiffy, all painted up. And the Megatron, Banzai-tron, Animated Prime, and Bludgeon are all very bright and poppy colors as well. Same for the other guys as well. What's this? There's a Shockwave figure that looks like the Binaltech Shockwave a little bit. Like he's got jazz wing doors. He's clearly he would clearly transform into a car, but it's clearly Shockwave as well. Oh, this is Long Arm. Shattered Glass Long Arm. Huh. Is that a thing? Is Long Arm in the Shattered Glass universe 1 a car, and 2 he's been shockwaved, with the head and whatnot? I mean, okay, fair enough. Looks nice. It's got really nice detail on it. Though I look at the Shockwave like let's call them horns for easiness sake, and I go, ooh, if that thing falls, I bet those things are going to explode off that figure. I bet you they will. I bet you. And then we've got some more Primo shots. I think those are all old ones, to be fair. Yeah, and then it's just more kind of glamour shots. They do they do have the two RC recolors kind of sexy posing next to each other, so good for them. And that's it. That's all that stuff. And Mr. White says, it was this past weekend. The stuff on show looked amazing. I saw props from the He-Man movie. Oh, okay. I'm not, I'll be honest, I'm not I'm not that hopeful for a He-Man movie, especially since it's been set in the real world as well, right? And the GW store. Oh, was anything? There'll probably be something cool at the GW store. I'm actually thinking about being silly, Mr. White, and going to my model store tomorrow and spending money and getting some stuff. Because who needs money? Who wants to do smart things like save when you could burn it? That'd be a good idea. Mr. White continues, but I didn't know it was on and only saw it when passing. No time. Okay. So if I remember, you live like an okay amount of distance from the convention center, right? Maybe you should just like visit it like once a week and be like, hey, so what events are coming up? Get like a schedule from them. Maybe you could find some really fun things to go. I wasn't going to give the details of exactly how close do you live to the center, Mr. White, but that's I'm not going to read it out either. If people look, they look, but I'm not going to read out how far you live from it, just to protect you. I care about you, Mr. White. I don't want people to find you and touch your head. I don't want people to get oil and massage it into your head. Delicious olive oil. I don't want that to happen to you. That would be a weird fate. So, New York Comic Con showed some things, but not a lot of new things. A lot of stuff we'd already seen. And 2 figures had already been revealed during the past week or 2 weeks. There was also the, I saw the winner for the the human inductee for the Hall of Fame was Ron Friedman. Cool, good stuff. Was there anything else for silly things? No. So they showed colored prototypes or colored versions of the Windcharger figure, which we'd seen not colored previously. The last time we saw it, we saw what I guess was the gray prototype, I think. So we got colored versions of Windcharger and his boob magnet power. And we see him in the car mode as well, Poggers. And we also saw Thundercracker as well, again, physically in color. And I think last time we saw renders of him, but then we had a red and white prototype. So we got to see the real thing in the case. Oddly enough, it seems like this Thundercracker has a new face compared to what was advertised, or at least what was shown on the box as well. So his face is a bit more like the face you'd pull if you've gone downstairs in the middle of the night and stepped on a slug or a snail and you've got that between your toes. It's a bit more of that kind of look. So the face we originally saw with the red prototype was a bit more of a standard looking face, which I assume is going to be what they use for either, I would imagine Starscream, but maybe they'd use it for Skywalk. But it's nice to know they have a different face. I will say that if you get like a close-up look to it, the face seems a little bit weird. Like, I thought this was Photoshopped when I originally saw it, and I think it's because it looks like specifically that if you're looking at the image, the right eye is a little too close to the top of the head and almost looks like it's been Photoshopped in. It looks like someone's like done a kind of quick rush job to cut out this face and slap this new one in. So it looks like it's a little bit sunk low on the left-hand side and a little bit too high on the right-hand side. You know, when you don't have the perfect angle of a picture and you're trying to blend it into another picture and you try your best to get the angles as nice as possible. It kind of looks a bit like that to me. It'll probably be fine in person. It's maybe just the way that it's been photographed. And obviously the Thundercracker looks a lot better than the Earthrise one, as mentioned before. And people are just pretty happy with it, I suppose. Apparently you can decide what you do with the fins on the back of his legs as well. You can have them pointed like that and do some other stuff with them as well. But again, it's no shock. We'd already seen the Thundercracker. What was revealed, I don't remember if this guy was revealed during the week or just before the show, but Outback is getting done for the retro line. So Outback will be obviously a redo of the Brawn figure with a new head to make him look like Outback. Oddly enough, though, the Outback toy didn't have a cartoon accurate head. This one has a cartoon accurate head. So although he's part of the retro line, they're not doing him as the toy version of him. They're doing him clearly as the cartoon version of him, which is odd. I don't quite know why they do that, but they have. Otherwise, it's just the Brawn mold, just in tan and brown and black. So, you know, Outback. Oh, maybe no. Okay, he technically did have a face that wasn't Brawn's face. Fair enough, but they have kind of changed, like his face, at least in the box art or the card art, is a little bit squished. Let's say it's like make a square with some blue tack, then squeeze it just a little bit from the top and bottom. That's kind of like how the artwork is for the Outback figure, and for the actual toy, they've just given him a normal head, a normal face, which is probably for the base. Mr. White says, sadly, the last few weeks have been rough, so not really taking notice, but signed up for next year already. Oh, okay, that's cool. Well, hopefully you can find some other cool things to do. Mr. White, was the Warhammer giant London convention battle thing there, or was that in a different place? Because I know London had a big GW tournament recently. Obviously, I don't know where. London's fairly big as well, so I don't know. They also showed Wheelie. Where's the Wheelie figure? Oh, the Wheelie's not on this slide. Oh, why would he be? They also showed off Wheelie previously during the week. And this is a completely brand new mold for Wheelie. Do you remember when Studio Series brought out a Wheelie figure with Grimlock and it was fucking dog shit? Well, I guess they went, hey, maybe we should just make a brand new Wheelie, and it's clearly meant to be based on the Studio Series version, because if you look at the card art, you can see what the original toy looked like, and he's clearly normal. Let's just say his robot mode is a normal Wheelie look. He just has the orange face and the color scheme of the original figure, and he does come with the slingshot, which is quite nice, peg on the underside of the car. This looks a lot better than most Wheelies I have in living memory, let's put it that way. The last Wheelie that was tolerable, I guess, was the Titans Return version. And I'm pretty sure that figure had issues to it. Like, it wasn't a great figure either. So this looks like it'll be repainted and repackaged and put in the Studio Series line. They might change the head sculpt because it looks a little weird. I don't know. They've got okay, I know what it is. The head sculpt has extra lines put on the edges of the smile. And I don't know whether that's just meant to emphasize, like, oh, look at his little cheeky grin. But it from this camera shot, of the photo camera shot. From this photo, it makes it look like he has Rodimus Prime lines on his face. You know, when Rodimus Prime gets his age up and he looks really sad and old, he's got those kind of lines on him. Figure otherwise looks pretty clean. He's got some wheels hanging off the back of his legs. He's got let's say this is Reddit, right? And there's a wheelie thing, right, in a really dark corner of the world. He's got big birthing hips. If you put a baby in wheelie, it would fall out. It would fall out between his legs. He would just flop babies out from his hips. He's got a massive thigh gap. Girls will be jealous of the wheelie thigh gap, let me tell you. He does have the hips of the design that I don't like, but that's just a par for the course now. It's just how it goes. I didn't think we'd get a wheelie. I wasn't hoping for a wheelie, but a wheelie's coming. I would say unless you're really wanting the toy version of Wheelie, don't buy the figure. I don't want to guarantee because there's no guarantees, right? But I think it'd be weird if he wasn't coming to Studio Series anyway, so you could probably just wait and get that, to be honest. I don't think there was anything else in this part. Oh, no, there was. Okay, we'll wait for that bit. And then they showed off what will be called the Transformers Timeline, Optimus Prime and Starscream. And you might be like, Anna, we've already done a Timelines Optimus Prime and Starscream. And I'd be like, well, yes, we have. Those were the trains, which apparently varied in quality, but were mostly overpriced deluxe figures. I assume that's what we're going to be getting again. Oh, I'll read Mr. White's comment. Mr. White says, I couldn't see what GW had, but the fact it was brand licensing meant the chance to talk to company reps and get some official feedback. Oh, that would have been handy. And Mr. White also says he can at least ride Wreck-Gar or sit on top of Grimlock. Do you mean the small ship version that came with Grimlock, or do you mean this new deluxe? Because the new deluxe probably could ride Wreck-Gar, Studio Series Wreck-Gar. Because he's a fairly big Voyager bike. Maybe. So this Timelines version is... Let me read you the blurb. So, no, I'll read the price first. It's coming soon, so we don't know when. It's going to be $60 doodah days. It is experience Transformers like never before with Transformers Timeline, Optimus Prime and Starscream action figures. Reimagined two iconic characters in a different timeline. The era of the Samurai Warrior. At least they didn't say the Edo period. The 5.5-inch Optimus Prime action figure converts into a samurai robot to ox cart in 27 steps. So he's a deluxe figure. Or he's like the Constructicons and just a very, very disappointing Voyager. The 5-inch Starscream figure, so he's 0.5 inches smaller than Optimus Prime. Action figure converts from a robot to a Falcon in 20 steps. With intricate posability and theme-accurate accessories. Excuse me. Themed accessories like a Naginata spear and a Tengu fan. Not quite sure what makes it a Tengu fan, but a Tengu fan nonetheless. These Transformer figures make an awesome addition to any collection. We'll see about that. Look for more Floobly Boobly Wombly Bumbles on Hasbro Flumbly Bumble Pulse.flumblybumble.com as I sniff. Okay, so remember when Optimus Prime was turned into a crocodile man in G1? He's now a cow. He's now a cow man and cart. So, okay, hang on. Let me sniff. Okay, sniff complete. So, the ox cart, I think, is an interesting and fun idea. It kind of looks okay. There are some gaps here and there. The bull clearly is not going to be doing a lot in terms of articulation. It's kind of a cute, fun thing. It will be overpriced, but it's quite nice and fun. I like it. The robot mode is just Optimus Prime, but with samurai. Let's just say samurai armor. So he's got like the long flat shoulder pads, but they go over most of his arm, which those bits of armor usually did not go that far, but that's fine. He's clearly got the wheels for his kart mode just hanging off the side of his legs. Feet look like let's just call them the pinched sock design. So you've got the line going up the center of the sock. So 2 toes go on one side and the other toes go on the other side. And he's got a samurai helmet, which look okay. I think the robot mode is okay. I think the ox cart's cooler, personally. I think that's quite nice. It says it's they're highly articulated. I'm like, they're not highly articulated. This is like standard articulation, I would say. And I don't know if he has a waist joint. I'm not sure. I can't really tell. I assume he probably doesn't. However, the Starscream figure's kind of dog shit, I would say. So the robot mode, you might look at it and be like, that doesn't look too bad, Andy. And I'd be like, yeah, it's fine. They've kind of tried to give him a it's not kimono. They've tried to give him almost a ninja styled outfit. I don't know what the robes are or how you would describe that kind of outfit, but if you think of a ninja outfit, they've tried to replicate that with where his like nose cone would go, where the cockpit would go for his usual G1 chest design. So they've got like the yellow at the top, the silver, and then red, and it makes it look like they're kind of folds of material. It's a nice idea. They've also put extra bits of detail on his arms again to try and give that kind of look. However, the fucking bird mode's dog shit. It's dog shit. His arms are incredibly visible. His legs don't really transform. They just kind of fold up under the legs. Under the bird torso and just hang down. This is the Air Razor mold yet again from oh god. What was it? Oh god. What was it called? It was Siege, Earth thingy, and then there was the last one, Kingdom. I got it in the end. I got it. And I didn't say, no one in chat put anything, so I got it. So Kingdom. It's the shitty Kingdom Air Razor design, which was mildly acceptable because Air Razor was a weird design, and you go, oh, whatever, it's a bit lazy, but whatever. Using it here for Starscream, it looks bad. This Falcon mode is looking rough. They have given it a new bird head, and the bird head looks cool, but apart from that, this is that figure. Like someone could say, oh, but it's all new parts. It's like, it's the same transformation. It's that same figure. It's still bad. It looks bad. I do like the head, the new head they've given for Starscream. Oddly enough, it looks a bit like Guy Hawk in terms of the actual robot head. You know, that helmet kind of look. But man, this is not a set I would go for. Also, again, putting a red and gray and blue robot with a red and gray and blue robot, I don't think looks great, personally. You should have had something a bit more colorful. So, yeah, I don't personally. The first timeline stuff, I was like, that's kind of cool. Then I heard stuff that they're kind of just overpriced, especially for what they are. Just visually, these two do nothing for me. If the Optimus Ox cart was like a tenner on its own, yeah, maybe I'd pick that up. Maybe I wouldn't be like, oh, I need it, but like, I'm out. I'm here. Shall I buy it? Yeah, it's 10 quid. You know, why not? Otherwise, no, I wouldn't touch this set. I wouldn't touch it. And if someone gave it to me for free, I'd be like, yeah, thanks. Yeah. There's other things I'd rather. Mr. White says G1 Predacon vibes with the bull. Oh, kind of, yeah. Kind of. I get what you're saying. I understand. Because of the red head, it definitely kind of puts him in that kind of Predacon field. Now, one thing that they've got here, which wasn't part of which was part of the show, is, hey, Skybound's a thing. Everyone in the fucking mum is doing this thing of, hey, we've got this Optimus Prime figure. What if we give him a Megatron arm? They did that in the comics, so why don't we just do that? So, do you remember Commander Optimus Prime with the trailer and whatnot, and us talking about, imagine you could get this figure without the trailer. That'd be pretty neat. Well, what if you could get that trailer without the figure, but with Megatron's arm? That's right, the Energon universe is having a Studio Series Optimus Prime figure done. I have no idea why. I've not heard positive things about... Well, I have heard some people say positive things about the Energon comics, or the Skybound comics. But then I've heard people that I actually listen to and kind of agree with on comics. I've heard they say it's dog shit. So yeah, I'm more likely to buy that. So the arm does transform into the vehicle mode, and he does have the stupid fusion cannon sticking out the back, a la the design in the comic and whatnot. Otherwise, this is a really basic, simple cash grab, as far as I can tell. Like, yes, it is a completely brand new arm. Like, I don't think this is the leader Megatron arm. I'm almost positive it's not. I'd be interested to know how well the fusion cannon from this arm fits with the leader Studio Series Megatron. That would be kind of interesting to know and see. I'd like that. But yeah, this is just a... What? Excelhead says same price as the Commander Prime, but without the extras. Fuck off. Fuck off. Like, I don't like the trailer, right? I think the trailer is clearly a big waste of money. However, it's way more fucking plastic than a fucking arm. Are you kidding me, Excelhead? Are you twisting my nipples? Are you serious? Is this seriously Commander? Fuck off. Oh my god. Like, if this was leader price point... Now, Mr. White says, now Axel Hedge is right. Fuck off. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. That's that's really shitty. They should, in my opinion... Okay, I'll throw out this as well. They've done nothing to the Optimus Prime figure. So they have an image in the background of Optimus Prime all fucking beaten up and with scuff marks and stuff on him. This is just the original figure with a new arm. And they're like, same price as the Commander. Go fuck yourself. The way you justify this to me as being worthy of being Commander price point and having the extra arm is you paint it to look like this image here, right? So you do the cross hatching on the legs to give the faux shade. You give the... You either paint on or you make a new boob window so it looks like it's scratched and damaged. You know, you do something. This is crazy. I'm sure that the trailer costs more to make than this Megatron arm. I'm sure. I don't want to guarantee it, but I'm sure it has to. It just looks like a bad deal. Axel Hedge says, I see people buying it to give the fusion cannon to the Megatron. Motherfucker, just buy the DNA design upgrade kit. It has to be cheaper. Let me check. Because as soon as I saw this, I sent this to Big D and says, well, you don't need to buy this, do you? Because Big D bought the upgrade kit from DNA Toys to upgrade his Studio Series Optimus Prime figure. Fuck. If this is cheaper than DNA... Oh, sorry, if DNA is cheaper than this. Okay, so if you wanted, you could just buy a DNA fusion cannon for £8. Boom. Or you could buy the DNA upgrade kit for your Studio Series Optimus Prime, which gives you a fusion cannon, a Megatron arm, a Megatron in gun mode, a panel to go over the back. Is that what it is again? I can't remember. Yeah, it's a panel to go over Optimus Prime's back to attempt to tidy it up, which it doesn't do a great job of, but it's an attempt. And you also get two little bits at the bottom to make it look like a jetpack. And then you also get a little handle. And you also get a different head for Optimus Prime as well. What's the difference between the heads? Oh, it's just a tighter, sharper, pointy Optimus Prime head. So for those that can't remember and don't have the image on screen, the new DNA head design is the Optimus Prime ears are pointy, very pointy, and probably would break, which makes sense why Hasbro didn't do it. But it looks like the details are just sharper on him as well, just in general. Oh, the extra handle was so Bumblebee and other compatible stuff can do the Megatron stuff. So £28, £90. £28 for an arm and a fusion cannon, or £28 for an arm, a fusion cannon, which lights up, a gun, a new head, a backpack, and jetpack bits. Or like I say, you could just, if you just want the new fusion cannon, the DNA fusion cannon is £8, £8.35. Fuck me. Fucking Hasbro, man. I don't blame the people that make the toys. I blame the people who make the business decisions. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. This is Hasbro says there's a logical, noble reason why, Andy, that this makes actual sense. It's actually really good that we're doing this. I'd be like, no, it's dog shit. It's dog shit. If you wanted to, you could probably put out the arm on its own. Because kids aren't gonna buy this. Kids aren't gonna see like an 80 or 90 pound Optimus Prime figure and be like, no, mommy, I want the one with Megatron's arm. No kid's gonna do that. I would be fucking furious as a child if my parents got me this Optimus Prime instead of a normal Optimus Prime. I'd be fucking fuming. I'd be like, why has he got Megatron's arm on, Mom? What the fuck? Obviously, I wouldn't say what the fuck because I'd be like a child, but you understand my meaning. What a joke. XLHead says, I'm guessing because it's a limited run. What a great excuse. What a great excuse. That is awful. That is dog shit. Oh, it's limited, so it's going to be more money. Gives me your money. That's the whole thing of I'm not sure we're going to get too far into it, but another dog shitty decision that Hasbro made is they made to order Apocalypse, right? And it looks really good. And I sat there thinking, yeah, Apocalypse, prime evil villain of the X-Men, that wouldn't sell if you put it in a toy store. No one would pick up an Apocalypse figure. Who would want that? No, it has to be made to order, obviously, because it would never sell. It's like, no, it would. You lying cock. You just want more money. You could have made it cheaper, given them a few less accessories, and you could have put it on a toy shelf, but you didn't. It's dog shit. It's again another thing that makes me go, these are not made for children. They are made purely for adults, and if children buy them, that's cool. I hate this kind of dog shit. Mr. White says, buy a G1 Fusion cannon and just add a 5mm tab on it. Still cheaper and looks better. I mean, that's kind of what the DNA Designs 8 quid Fusion cannon is. And XLHead says, some people are purists, Andy, and don't like third party. What's the difference? So what you're telling me is, XLHead, people are retarded with their money. I don't like third parties, so I'd rather spend 10 times the amount for less. I mean, if you want to be stupid with your money, that's fine. It's your money at the end of the day. But it's just not a good excuse from the company either. Not in my eyes. Mr. White says, then paint the arm. Then paint the arm. Sorry, what do you mean about that, Mr. White? Then paint the arm. XLHead says, Andy, but do current kids know Apocalypse? Well, who knows Apocalypse? No one knows Apocalypse. Well, does anyone know the X-Men? What was the last X-Men thing that happened? It was X-Men 91 or whatever it was. Apocalypse was in that show. And I think, I'm not sure if Apocalypse is going to be in the new show, to be honest, the new season. Apparently that got a trailer, which we haven't seen. But yeah, Apocalypse, one of the biggest villains of the X-Men. And they're like, no one, I can't put him on store shelves. No one knows who he is. Who's Megatron? It's like that. It's like that kind of thing. Like you say to me, we've made a William Stryker figure for the 90s X-Men cartoon. I go, yeah, you could probably make that one made to order. Because a kid's not going to buy William Stryker because he's lame. He's a dude with glasses and a flannel shirt. You know, no one's going to want to buy him. Make him a made to order figure. I'd be like, he's going to have a very limited appeal. But some people would want him. Fair enough. Okay. Not that guy. Gee, man. Hasbro is such a money grubbing little fucking company. I swear to God. That's all the big things. XLHead says, Andy, did you seriously? I think you meant to say ask me if people are stupid with their money. Basically, yes. I did, yes, because I have hope that people aren't stupid with their money. As someone who's reasonably responsible with money, I would hope people could be slightly responsible with their money. Again, 10 times the... I would just look at them and say, okay, would you rather pay 10 times more for something for a fusion cannon? And I guess they go yes. So TFCon is going to be happening in Chicago, 24th to 26th. New guests have been announced. We're going to be getting Michael Dobson, the voice of the Energon series, or the Unicron trilogy series Starscream. So Armada, Energon, and Cybertron. He's at Starscream. He's going to be going there. And we also have Vince DiCola, who's going to be going down, a composer and whatnot. And that's it. That's all the news for the week. I suppose you know what? Let's have a quick look. What time are we running? We can have a look at some New York Comic Con stuff, because I think there were some bits that I was like, oh, that was kind of neat. What were the bits that I saw? Oh yeah, let's have a look at the Apocalypse figure, because he does look cool, which is the irritating thing about it. As I sniff, they also did. They've got figures who I don't know. Like, I don't know Cardiac. I've heard people talk about Cardiac, but he looks like a very silly 90s Spider-Man villain. He has a little stick and ball, which is like, okay. He looks very angry. So there you go. Simon says, speaking of responsible for money, guess how much Mattel Creation Optimus Prime... How much Mattel Creation Optimus Prime is now? What's Mattel Creation Optimus Prime? I can't even think what that is. Best Starscream till Energon writers ruined him. There were, okay, Exelhead. I will say they had in a really badly written show, which Armada was, and a frightfully terribly animated show. I would agree there were elements in Starscream that were coming through that were kind of cool, and then they did, yes, they did ruin him in Energon. There were some elements in it. It's just not a great show, unfortunately. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a turn off of that, and let's click on this. See what this is. Make sure it's not porn. Fuck off. Oh, so the Mattel Creations is the Hot Wheels Optimus Prime figure. Go away, decline. Let's turn on the... So, 490 Canadian dollars, which is probably like 100 US dollars. I don't know. But either way, that's... Why? Why? Is it because of Hot Wheel collectors? It's a Hot Wheel collectors kind of bummed the price up on these things? I don't know. It's bizarre. Who else did they show off? Lame Cardiac. Don't care. Don't care. Six-armed symbiote Spider-Man. I don't know if this is a brand new mold. It looks like it's the six-armed Spider-Man mold, just kind of colored black. I never a big fan of six-armed Spider-Man. Don't care. Whatever. The Enchantress. That's cool. The Enchantress is neat. Doesn't come with a lot of stuff, but she looks okay. Not too bad. I don't know why she's got this whatever pose going on. I guess it's to show off that the upper torso tilts pretty decently. I guess that's the reason. But yeah, I like Amora. She looks fairly decent. It's a shame she doesn't come with another head though. We've got Black Bolt and what is it, Triton? Is that his name? Again, I don't care about the Inhumanoids. The Inhumans. I don't care about the Inhumans. I think they're kind of lame. And they're definitely lame. Do you remember when like Marvel pivoted hard and got rid of mutants because they didn't have the license to put them into movies, and they went for the Inhumans, and that flopped crazy hard? Yeah. What's this guy's name? Oh, I can't remember offhand. There's Medusa. Medusa looks okay. Oh, she comes with an extra face. They're doing the Figma thing of instead of a new head, because like her hair would be another piece. They've done the whole thing of like you pull her face off to change the face around. Is his name Gorgon? I think it's Gorgon. Gorgon. He's got his big cowman feet things. You know, Gorgon's probably the one that ladies like the most because it'll remind them of what's it called, the the Minotaur milking farm book that's apparently getting rave reviews on Amazon at the moment for women goon material. You know, women are like, I can't believe you watch porn. It's like, you got fucking goon books about touching a big old bull. What do you mean? I was right. It's Gorgon. Smut. Horrible smut. Simon says the original was price for that was 125. Jesus, that's kind of crazy. Excel Head says, speaking of writers ruining things, Primal's coming back for a third season. Yes, I haven't seen the trailer, but I've seen clips of it. And made Spear into a fucking zombie. I swear I could hear Mikey screaming. So I don't know if Mikey was screaming about it in a good way or a bad way, because I think the series ended pretty well. I don't think it needs another series, but I'm glad that Genndy Tartakovsky's doing another show. He's doing another thing. I just don't know why he's doing Primal again, because it was done. I'm interested. It'll be a good show, but I don't know whether. I mean, the show will determine whether it deserves to exist or not once it comes out. And we see what the direction is and what the show is meant to be. But yeah, at the moment, it's very much all right, bro. Let's go. Okay, fair enough. It's I guess it ties into that one episode where the zombie Brachiosaurus was in, unless they raise him with magic or something. I don't know. An Iron Man, another Iron Man. I have no idea what this Iron Man is. I don't love it. Iron Man Mark 72. Maybe Iron Man should just stop making new armors. We thought of that. There's the Apocalypse figure. It comes with drill hand, gun hand, open things hands, closed fist hands, a knife hand, 2 blasts, a blast in the ground, his big shield, a mace, and I'm a big angry man face. And this looks like a great figure till you realize it's made to order, like the Sentinel was. He's, 12 inches tall, I think they said? Like, he looks great. It's just really annoying that he's online only. I had the Sentinel on pre-order. I cancelled that pre-order. Apocalypse would again probably be like that. If I was in that mood, I'd buy it. I'm kind of glad I'm not in a let's just buy Marvel figures. I've quickly moved away from that. XL Head says Spear's story was done. It was, but it's apparently not over. There's no need to bring him back. Well, again, like I say, XL Hedge, because it's Genndy Tartakovsky, I'm willing to push the boat out for him, you know, and be like, okay, show me why and show me what you got. I'm more willing because Genndy has a good track record of making very good shows, so I'm willing to put my faith in him. You know, I wouldn't for a lot of people, but he has consistently made high quality shows, and that's the thing. When you make consistently good things, fans will give you leeway and be like, all right, okay, we'll see. But if you make flop after flop after flop, like let's say Ridley Scott, you're a bit more like I'm not gonna believe you, because he put out a statement. I don't know if it was a recent statement, but he said movies today are shit, and I'm like, what movie have you made recently that's any good, my dude? Holy shit! Glass house and bricks. Stop throwing them. Who's this guy? Is this like Cowboy Ghost Rider? Phantom Rider. So he's very white. He's got revolvers, which are nice. Kind of boring. A figure that I thought had come out, Miguel O'Hare, Spider-Man 2059 or something. I'm not sure if this is a super new body. I don't think it's not using the newest Spider-Man body, I don't think. But it looks okay. I mean, Miguel's great. 2099, that's the one. He looks good. Who's this green motherfucker? Translucent green man. Who are you? Warbow. Who the fuck is Warbow? Is Warbow a new guy? I have no idea who Warbow is, but he's like translucent green. Oh, werewolf. I'm guessing this is he's just the werewolf man from They've got his legs hidden pins, but his arms are fully pinned, which is kind of lame. He looks okay. He comes with nothing. And it looks like Build-A-Figure is going to be the executioner. That's cool. Young James, young Wolverine, the World War II guy. That's a fun figure. I like his weird quiff without his helmet on. It looks really weird. Looks like he's going through like his sexy band phase, you know, where he's like singing in pop songs. But this figure's kind of nice. He gets a little duffel bag, not a Tommy gun, but like a machine gun from World War II. Clawed hands, but with wraps around them and knife. This is a nice figure. Not super exciting, but it's quite cool. That's all the is that all the Marvel figures? That's it's an okay spread from Marvel. But then obviously with the downside of, oh, hey, you've got to fuck around with Galactus. I don't think anyone else showed off anything I was desperately interested in. Oh, yeah, I saw that the HasLabs is making a Heroes of the Grid 3 3/4 inch collection line. It's like, I get why that is going to be like made to order HasLab stuff. Because I can't imagine a lot of people are going to rush out to get this because it's Tron, and Tron's a very, very small niche demographic. And when I say niche, I mean like definitely niche of people who are like, I will put down money for Tron stuff. I will put down the price of $260. I'm like, okay, buddy. If you say so. The set has Sark and a Red Dude and Tron and Jeff Bridges and Woman, and then 2 bikes. It doesn't look super cool. You know, does it look like it's 260? I don't think so, but it's like, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I don't think anyone else showed off anything crazy, unless I'll do Histang's G.I. Joe stuff, because I know that Simon Tang likes to hear me waffle on about G.I. Joe. So another kind of fuck you Hasbro move is they are re-releasing or repainting the HasLab exclusive Histang into the Arctic Histang. As far as I was aware, well, I suppose they never said they were never going to repaint it, but it does feel a little bit shifty of doing the Histang and then being like, oh, we're going to do a white version of it now. Excuse me, a white version of it now. It's like, okay, all right. Oh, it doesn't have a fancy box. Okay, well, you know. It is just the Arctic Hiss, but it's got like the missiles on the back, some new bits of accessories to it and whatnot. I wonder if they've taken stuff out of it. I don't know. Did they show with the lights on? I'm not going to do a huge amount of reading. But like I say, I think my main issue is it feels a little crappy. It'd be like if they re-released the Unicron, you know, the big, stupid, overly expensive dog shit Unicron figure for however many thousands of pounds that was, and just doing it in a new color scheme. Most people, but doing it maybe cheaper as well. I think people would be annoyed by it. I would be annoyed by it. I'm mildly annoyed by this as well, to be honest. But yeah, that's coming. Is there? We'll do a panel recap. That'd be easier, I think. So they showed off the Pythona figure. I think I've talked about Pythona. I don't know what that is. Let's go for the new stuff. Oh, they showed off like a viper with like crystals, a zombie viper with crystals and shit coming out of his head. That was cool. Some lame G.I. Joe dudes. Is there like a better? Is this gonna show the images? Oh, the pic reveals. That would be smarter to look at the official pic reveals. Andy, you moron. The official pic reveals was the Arctic Hiss Tank. There's the Lifeline G.I. Joe figure. Night Viper. Hit and Run. Big Lob. I like Big Lob because he says Big Lob a lot, so you never forget his name. Mole Rat Stage 2. I don't know what that means. A Ghost Viper and Dire. D-I-R-E, which is Dread-Inducing Responsive Energy Beast. Oh, that's so fucking lame. I love it. And Pythona. Oh, Cobra La Pythona. I think they showed off another dude as well. Didn't they show off a Cobra La dude as well? They did. It's just not here. Yeah, because yeah, stupid double-clicking horseshit. Yeah, we see a Cobra troop here, but he's not in the Panel stuff. Hang on. Oh, double clicking crap. Stab it. One click. I only do one, you stupid broken mouse. All right, let's have a look at the official Lifeline. I don't care about your G.I. Joe. He does look a bit like dude that played the Punisher though. That guy. That's the face sculpt. It looks like him. XL Hedge says when I see the right post. And the new Tron movie is already flopping. Well, it's got Jared Leto in it, so that should have been a good indicator of it being dog shit. You know? I'm sorry to say, but if you see Jared Leto in the movie, it's a pretty good indicator that the movie's going to be terrible. Maybe like, oh, that's not true, Annie. Morbius. And the Suicide Squad. This is the third one. It's like, I don't know, buddy. XL Hedge also says, if they're willing to repaint the his tank, how long till Transformers repainted? Yep, that's what I'm thinking. And Hasbro doesn't have scruples about not doing it, because I think they said for these HasLab stuff, like, this is the only way you can get this figure. I don't think they ever said this is the only way to get this mold, or we'll never repaint it. You know, I don't think that was a thing. Although people are still begging for Splendid Convoy. Which one's Splendid Convoy? I don't know that one. Lifeline, like say lame. Who cares? Show me a Cobra dude. Who's this? A Cobra Night Viper. He looks okay. Got a sniper rifle. Got a big night vision thing. Not the most exciting, like Cobra operative, but he looks okay. I'm not thrilled by him. Maybe it's just he looks a bit generic-y. Yeah, I'd say he looks a bit on the generic, not crazy Cobra side. We've got a Hit and Run, who looks like the most generic I'm an army man. He's got a decent amount of accessories, but he's just a man in jungle camo with jungle camo face. It's like, okay, well, fair enough. I like... Where have they photoed him? In an urban environment. Ah, yes, my jungle camo will do well in this cityscape. It's what they have to work with, but it's kind of funny if you think about it. Big Lob. Big Lob's cool. Boy, his leg's extra long. It's hard to tell, but he should be stupidly tall because he's a basketball player. He looks okay. His face looks like he reminds me of another Hollywood star, but I don't know who. Who does he look like, chat? You know who they should have made him look like? Maybe. No, I was gonna say they should have made him look like Will Smith. I would have been young Will Smith, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air Will Smith. But no, probably not. Yeah. I don't know. I would have liked him to have been... Would have been really cool if he looked like Carlton from Fresh Prince. That would have been... that'd been really cool. He comes with a basketball. That's fun. Then a grenade launch and stuff. XL Hedge says, I'm also waiting for my replacement Rid. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of the stuff. A lot of the replacement stuff for the Rid Prime is coming out as well, which is nice. Meanwhile, TJ Omega, a state over, has his... it'll be coming, don't worry. You'll get yours. You just have to be patient. At least you know it's coming. That's the main thing. Simon says, I think repainting the HasLab is a lower risk. Yeah, well, yeah. Considering how long it took to get the Snowcat over the line, and the Snow Hiss tank makes sense to go with the Snowcat. Yeah, it just feels a bit bad, you know? From my perspective, it feels a bit... I get why they're doing it, but... I don't feel good seeing it, if you know what I mean. Big Lob, yeah, he looks cool. And then we have, I guess, this new zombie Viper, Ghost Viper. He looks cool. He's a repaint, I think, of the Mole Viper. Because he was like in orange and blue, and this one's in like green and greenish blue. He's got a gas mask head. He's got a slightly okay zombie head with a crystal coming out of his eye. And then a big skull head with lots of crystals coming out of it. Looks very cool. It looks like he's got a lantern, and I would have liked the lantern to have been painted. None of the accessories have been painted. That would have been nice to see. But this is a cool one. Good luck getting it, because, it's another army builder figure. I like how the fancy photo shots of it, they've pictured it clearly in a black lit environment. So everything's extra poppy. The green, like the lime green, pops extra hard. They've got some red explosion crystal things which are popping extra hard. The red on his mask is also popping harder as well. So it's a good job for the photography team for G.I. Joe do a really good job. They do a really good job. So that's all that stuff. The la 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 la. What else do you have here? Okay, the Cobra la 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 dude. It looks like he's going to be an expensive set because he's got bug wings, he's got a bug staff, he's got an extra bug head, he's got 2 normal not bug helmet heads, he's got extra shoulder pads, and then extra wrist guards as well, and a big sword and a gun. Yeah, he's going to be expensive, I presume. Looks like a decent, like, nice figure. Cobra La is a very silly thing from a very silly G.I. Joe movie, but does he also has a cape. I'll be interested to see if the cape with the figure is material or not. Oh, this is the alt version. So the alt version is you give him the bug wings and the extra pieces, and you swap him around, and he's like an aerial unit. That's neat. Good luck army building him, though. Again, it will be expensive. So they showed off name reveals. Crimson Guard female, so a hot lady with boobs. I'm not against that. Crazy Legs, a parachute man for Joe. Zap, a bazooka man for Joe. Are they suggesting a new Destro figure? I don't know. And then they got some. They had some more fancy shots. And then I think they had a concert with the Cold Slither dudes dressed up as Cold Slither, which is kind of fun. So not a crazy amount. More so, I'd say, from the G.I. Joe side of things, I think, than the Transformer side of things. But again, G.I. Joe is something I've definitely pulled back on to save money. But it looks like they're still going strong. If G.I. Joe were cheaper and easier to get, I'd still be on that bandwagon. But they're not, unfortunately. They're a faff to get since they're, American and thus not selling in this country. And thus I can't find them cheap. I can't go to a Ross's or something like that. And I don't know why, but right now, as I said Ross's, I was like, man, I'm going to have a bowl of cereal once I finish the show. I know it's 11 o'clock, but have you... chat, let me tell you. Sometimes a bowl of cereal at 11 o'clock at night just hits right. Ooh, I shouldn't do it because it's like the cereal I eat, Shreddies, they're knitted by grannies. That's one thing. Shreddies knitted by Britain's finest grannies. But also, it's energy for hours and hours and hours. But I'm really hungry, and the more I think about not eating Shreddies, the more I'm like, I'm gonna eat some Shreddies. So this is where we'll end the show. We'll just read the stuff that people say. Exelhead said, "Splendid Convoy is the Yellow Legends." That one. That one. Okay, I could see people wanting that. That makes sense. That makes sense, Exelhead. But yeah, let's wrap up the show. Thank you very much for coming on, Bar, everybody. We are streaming on Tuesdays to Saturdays at usually 10:15 in the evening UK time on Decade Andy. That's my channel where I stream things. Also on this Twitch channel, which is also called Decade Andy. We're playing Mortal Sins, which is a first-person roguelike slash-em-up. We're playing Absalom, a roguelike side-scroller game. And we're also playing, what's the other one? Everspace 2, which is not a roguelike, but the first game was. It's Everspace 2 is a space game, a space looter shooter, I suppose. Like, think Borderlands, but if your character was a spaceship. That's kind of the idea of how that game plays. So that's what I'm playing on streams. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube as Decade Andy. Now I remember my usual blurb. I'll read your message in a moment, Exel Hedge. You can find us on the Moonbase 2 forums, on Twitter, Twitch, iTunes, and Libsyn, and Moonbase 2 Transformers podcast. You can catch us live here on a Sunday at 9:30 in the evening UK time, whatever that equates to for your time, on the Decade Andy Twitch channel or the Moonbase 2 Transformers channel for the YouTube. I think that's it. Oh, ccbunker.weebly.com. Exelhead says, good. I want to give my Cobra Commander some female troops. Size, star, I think it's stare at the Cobra. Okay. Size stares at the Cobra Valkyries. Yes, so there will be more female representation for Cobra, which is good because bad girls are usually good girls, if you know what I mean. Anyway, thanks very much for coming on by, everybody. I've been, of course, Dead on the Outside, Dead on the Inside, and until next week, where we'll be picking up again with Mr. Big D and the Transformers RID 2015 tour line. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everybody! Bye-bye!
I'm gonna come!
Yeah. Bye, everyone!